beefing up your local network. It's a Ethernet cable. This story begins with me trying to send myself a largish Final Cut Pro video file. It was about 23 gigabytes. From my MacBook Pro over to my Mac Mini to store it away forever. I edit from my MacBook Pro and then I use my Mac Mini kind of like a home server. Made a video about that. I've done this same thing a lot before, but this time I was particularly bothered by the speed of the transfer, or lack thereof. I think just because of all this SSD upgrading and speed testing I've been doing lately. These computers have stupid fast SSDs. I have a 10 gigabits per second local network in my studio, and there's nothing else happening on it right now. And that's when I realized I'm kind of an idiot. For one, there are gigabits and there are gigabytes, and those two things are not the same. Adding to that, the Mac Mini, by default, comes with a gigabit Ethernet connection. Similarly, all of these affordable little USB dongle things that you can get that have a bunch of USBs and like SD card slots, but more importantly, an Ethernet jack on the front of them. I use one of these so I can have a hardwired connection on my MacBook Pro, but the affordable versions of these things also just come with gigabit Ethernet, as in 1 gigabit, as in about 125 megabytes per second, which means my pair of very custom Apple SSDs, which can technically read and write at like 6,000 megabytes per second, when interacting over the network are approximately the same speed as an old spinning hard drive when it's writing sequential data. That's 8 times slower than the term gigabit sounds like it is, and 10 more times than the theoretical maximum speed of my network, which is 10 gigabits per second. It's unfortunate that these two very similar sounding words are used in such close proximity when measuring speeds of things on computers. But you need 8 gigabits to get 1 gigabyte. And for some reason, we measure disk speed in megabytes per second, but network speed in megabits per second. So you might see that a particular SATA SSD that you have can only read or write at like 650 megabytes per second. And since you've got a gigabit Ethernet connection, you might think you're golden because the Ethernet is faster than the drive, so nothing's gonna slow you down. But no, that drive is 5 times faster than that Ethernet. This thing can read and write equal to about 5.2 gigabits per second. When you sign up for the 300 megabits per second internet, but then you see your downloads are never going faster than 37 megabytes per second. That's because that's just the top speed. A megabyte is 8 megabits. God, that was a lot of words. But that's where this thing comes in. This video is actually about this thing. Well, things like this thing. This is the WisdPi USB-C to 5 gigabits per second Ethernet adapter. Actually, it says that exact thing right on the back of it. When you bought your Mac Mini, you had the option to upgrade the Ethernet to a 10 gig port, but you probably didn't because you wanted it to ship faster, or you were being cheap, like me. And on your MacBook, well, there is no Ethernet port anymore. There hasn't been for the last, what, 10 years? Hang on. Oh, Jesus. 2012. 2012 was the last time a MacBook Pro had an Ethernet port. The last 13 years. Where does the time go? I now have a pair of these things. One on my Mac, one on my other Mac. All so I can watch that progress bar go up a little faster. But no, really, it's actually 5 times faster. I had ChatGPT teach me how to use the terminal to perform an iPerf3 network speed test. And where I was previously only able to send packets of data back and forth between these two computers at about 900 megabits per second, after plugging these two things in and with literally no other setup, bam, pumped those numbers. Plus, doing anything successfully in the terminal comes with a dopamine hit of its own, so I got that going for me. And that actually opens up some more new possibilities for how you can use 2 computers on a local network like this. One, not just file transfers, but system backups over the network are extra fast too. My Mac Mini has this Mini Mate. It's this little 1 terabyte drive that sits under the Mac Mini. I made a video about that too. And inside there is a Thunderbolt NVMe drive from Oracle. And this is actually another order of magnitude faster than a 10 gig network. Thunderbolt 4 has a throughput of 40 gigabits per second, 40,000 megabits per second. Over Wi-Fi, I'm maxed out at about 1.2 gigabits per second, and a gigabit Ethernet connection, 1 gigabit per second. Actually, let's keep this tangent going. Fun fact, if you want to check your Mac's Wi-Fi transfer speed on a Mac, hold the Option key and then click the Wi-Fi icon at the top of the screen. You'll get all this new and interesting data about the Wi-Fi connection that you're on, because your Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi whatever you're using for Wi-Fi makes a big difference in how fast computers on the same network can actually talk to each other. So with this adapter, I can connect about 4 times faster than over Wi-Fi and about 5 times faster than the built-in 1 gig network on the back of the Mini. So now when I sit down at my desk with my laptop, I just plug this guy into a hard line and I mount up that Mini Mate drive, which is on my Mac Mini, which is on my desk back there, and it'll just automatically start doing a time machine backup over the network. Another interesting door that opens up with a faster network is video editing straight off of my backup drive. Like Normally, I do an edit on my computer and then I send those files to my backup drive so it doesn't take up space on my laptop. But I saw this Linus Tech Tips video, I'm gonna say 7 years ago, about how they handle their data and how they have a room full of video editors that are all connected to the same NAS. And they just edit over the network rather than using drives on their individual computers. I guess that's just so multiple people can get in and out of a video file without having to ever copy it over to somewhere. Because one guy will just be the color correction and first edit guy, while another guy will be the titles and video effects guy on the same file. And for almost no reason at all, I have always wanted to do the same thing, even though I'm just one guy and I do all those things. A 5 gigabits per second connection between my MacBook Pro and my Liquidity Pool 2 drive, I'm gonna explain my whole network in an upcoming video, means that I can open big, dense Final Cut Pro project files with multiple layers of 4K footage that need to play simultaneously and edit them straight over the network just as quickly and responsively as if those files were on the MacBook. All of the reading and writing happens back there while all of the computing happens up here, which is a whole lot of network setup and things to get to save me a single step of copying this file over when I'm done with it. But that's not all. Similarly, this opens up the capability of playing games on my MacBook that it otherwise is incapable of playing. If I open Steam Link and the network speed is fast enough, I'm able to play Windows computer games from my Windows computer, which is sitting on the other side of the desk back there, over the network. And somehow there is literally no noticeable lag at all and no reduction in the quality. Like, you get the full quality RTX 3080, I know that's outdated now, experience on a MacBook, as long as it's on the same network and the network is fast enough. And this thing makes the network fast enough. It's no different from playing on the Windows machine itself. So now I don't have to scoot my chair over 5 feet to take a little break and lose to a bunch of teenagers on Halo Infinite, or optimize my shipping routes on Anno 1800. I hope all this made sense. Let me sum up. WisdPi makes this dongle. This dongle lets you connect to Ethernet through USB-C at 5 gigabits per second. That's a lot faster than Wi-Fi and a lot faster than a gigabit connection, the default connection on a Mac Mini, and I would say most laptops and Windows machines. It works on Windows too. Although, of course, you need to hunt down a Realtek RTL 8157 driver because Windows just doesn't make anything easy. That's all. Goodbye. Dutch Brothers Coffee. They just opened one by my house as my new thing. Extra sugary. Beef. Ow. Fuck. Fuck you.